Mew versus the Palk. Looks like Mew's going first. And I'm actually going to pull up. Nah, we're chilling. Actually, no, I am curious. Because I can pull it up. I'm going to pull up Fabian's list and take a look at it. So Fabian does play the Path to the Peak, the Roxanne. Oh yeah, but only the one Battle VIP pass in this list for Fabian. And Fabian's opening hand actually looks terrible. Looks awful. So far, so good for Mew. Battle VIP pass prize, obviously not going to be great. And it looks like they opened up with an Ultra Ball, so probably going to get another Genesect, and they'll start to build out their board from there. They don't really need to look for anything too urgently on the first turn. Ideally, they just want to find 5 or 6 Fusion Strike Pokemon and draw cards, but tournament prep plan. If you have a regional the 12th of November in less than 3 weeks, but maybe lesson scheduling is flexible. I mean, you should be able to take a look at my availability right now along the way and see if that would work for you. And if it doesn't, just send me a message and I could try and open up some other time slots that might work for you. So check my availability. See if that would work for you. And if not, send me a message either on Discord or Metafy or Twitter. And we can see if it would work. Top deck from Fabian is bad. Call for family, though. Gonna get some Sobbles. Hopefully none are prized. Oh, we can actually check. None are prized. Double Drizzile is prized, though. So this is actually just terrible for Fabian. Fabian's only thing they got going for them is a lot of Sobbles. And unfortunately for Fabian, a lot of Sobbles evolutions are in the prize cards, including a Inteleon as well. So check out the prize cards here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Fabian's concede next turn if the top deck isn't generous. Let's see. Triple Sobble. The constant prize cam. Oh yeah, the constant prize cam is super nice. I hope Pokemon eventually adopts that and starts doing that, because that's actually super, super nice. If anyone else in chat is interested in getting any kind of coaching, I'll put exclamation point coaching in chat to check out my Metafy page. All the information you need for it should be over there, but feel free to ask any questions in chat or send me a message on Discord, Metafy, or Twitter if you have any questions for me that can't be answered by my info on my coaching page. Especially if you're interested in getting coaching before Toronto or Dallas regionals coming up in December, which is, I know, is a little ways away, but my availability is already starting to fill up fast before then. So if you're interested, I would recommend booking as soon as possible. So it looks like they're thinking about maybe playing another card out of hand. Christian is. They're torn between wanting to play a card. What is the card? I want to know what the card is. The Vacuum. Okay. Getting rid of a tablet. Vacuum gone to be able to draw 3 here. I think that's probably fair there. You don't want to be too slow. Got an Ultra Ball. I would just play the Ultra Ball here. Get rid of the shoes and the VIP pass. And go get another Genesect and then draw 4. And then hopefully get a Mew off of that. Playing shoes here makes no sense, because let's say you play shoes here. Doesn't make any sense. So you see a Cross Switcher now. It's a good card. But now you have to discard it to find a new card. And now if this is a good card, it's another Trek and Shoes. Stop! No, don't play the Trek and Shoes. Because if you just end up on a good card with Trek and Shoes, you can't, then you have to Ultra Ball away the good card. But Trek and Shoes is not a card. Trek and Shoes is just not a card. So just Ultra Ball away the Trekking Shoes and go get yourself another Genesect. So pretty bad sequencing there from Christian. They recovered pretty well from it, though. I don't like this either. Don't phone here. So they're phoning here, so now that they can Trek and Choose into... They're phoning here so they can Trek and Choose into this Mew now. But then they don't have good targets for Ultra Ball again, and they've wasted their targets for Ultra Ball. You don't want to Ultra Ball away the Cross Switcher. You want the Cross Switcher so you can Cross Switcher KO the... what's it called? And now they're getting rid of the Cross Switcher. So now they can't Cross Switcher KO the Palkia if Fabian benches 1 Palkia next turn. So this is, I think, pretty poor sequencing. They still have 2 Cross Switcher in the deck, but it's a lot easier to hit 2 of 3 cards than 2 of 2 cards. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of any of that sequencing there from Christian. I think that was pretty poor. This next Genesect going to follow up and get 6, though, which is pretty good. Got the Oricorio, which is, like, Oricorio is okay in the matchup. I think you may as well... it's pretty mid. Oricorio is pretty mid in the matchup, to be honest. Pretty mid indeed. I like how they put a Lost Zone counter up here for... Even though it's completely irrelevant, they gave Christian a Lost Zone counter. And there we go. Knockout. With the Techno Blast. Sobble here from Fabian. The hand is still dead, I'm pretty sure. Will there be a top deck, though? The answer is... Hey, the Marnie from Fabian. Okay, back in it. Kind of. Still in a pretty bad spot. Still in a pretty bad spot, though. There's a Palk. And a Bucket. And a Quick Ball. Okay, so not bad here. Not a bad draw at all. So you could get... This actually gets weird for Fabian. So you could get double Palkia, but then your hand is dead again. You could go just one Palkia. But then if it gets boss and KO'd, you can't attack next turn. So I think you have to go... Oh, no, but there's an Irida in hand. Your hand's not dead. Actually, never mind. I'm wrong. The hand's not dead. Interesting choice to actually keep the... To discard the water energy and keep the... I guess you probably do that so you can discard the water with the Quick Ball. I guess that does set up your Palkia more for the next turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Keep your Stadium. You may as well play around Path to the Peak just in case it does come down from Christian, which is unlikely, but it's possible. All right, the Palks are in. Energy to Palk and pass. All right, so Christian's going to be looking for that boss KO or cross switcher KO on a Palkia here. You want to KO the Palkia V-Star, the Vs before they get to V-Stars and become harder to KO. Pretty good draw so far from Christian. Choice Belt and the Double Turbo, which were two of the cards you're probably looking for here. You definitely need the Choice Belt. The Double Turbo you don't need if you have cross switchers, but boss is more likely to happen than the cross switchers, so... And there is... Looks like a Quick Ball just to get rid of Horn. I can't tell. Yeah, it looks like it was just a Quick Ball to discard the Horn there. You never know when you might need the Lost Zone. Yeah, I guess. You never know. All right, Genesect 1 coming in now. Let's see what we got. There's the double cross switchers. All right, we did it. Let's go. Unfortunately, the Choice Belt is on the wrong Pokemon for the double cross switcher play, but you still might be able to get... You don't really want to play the tablet. So from here, from Christian, I would like to see Quick Ball away, Quick Ball, double cross switcher up the Palkia, and then draw with the next Genesect. Because, yeah, I think you just want to use the cross switchers now while you got them. Looks like they're eyeing up the boss, though. But if they play this boss, they need to get a switch card or another Mew VMAX. This play, you have the guaranteed play, but you'd rather not play the tablet. Christian seems to be agonizing over this choice pretty heavily here, though. I don't think there's really anything to, like... I don't think the plays are really debatable, to be honest. I think you just go for... What? A Quick Ball of the tablet? Are you insane? Why would you do that one? Okay, I think that's the worst one you could do. Well, not the worst one. You should just Quick Ball the Quick Ball there every time. Ultra thinning out the deck for some reason. I don't know why they were so aggressive with thinning out the deck there. That was so weird to me. That Christian was so aggressive with... That's just... Because you have the... You can just play the tablet, and then the Mew VMAX could KO it with a tablet play. I would have liked to have seen double cross switcher, Quick Ball, hold the tablet, hold the boss, and then start drawing with the next Genesect. They commit to the boss play. Now, if you don't get a Mew VMAX here, though, this feels so greedy. Like, I don't Oh, my gosh. This is... Like, if you don't get a Mew VMAX here, then you have to play the cross switchers anyways. There's the Ultra Ball, though, so never punished, I guess. Double Vacuum. Interesting. I haven't seen Double Vacuum in a list yet, I don't think. They will be able to attack with the bench Mew VMAX, but now they're down another tablet at the expense of attacking with the bench Mew VMAX. Last Genesect coming in. And now they're down another tablet. So now, on this next turn, Fabian theoretically sets up, finally. And now you're going to need, you know, double tablet to get a KO on a V-Star. There's a knockout. Okay, so from Fabian here, You could go for just punch Mew. A play I like to make in this kind of scenario, as what I would like to see Fabian do, I think, is not bench a Palkia V and just rock a lone V-Star and be like, all right, can you get the double tablet? Because if you bench a V, then it allows Christian to go boss KO V and then boss KO Sobble to win, or boss KO V and then nuke the V-Star to win the game. So from Fabian here, I would like to see Fabian try and rock lone Palkia V for a turn, if possible. I don't know what their hand looks like. They didn't draw that well, but it looks like they're eyeing up Crobat. So probably not going to be that play from Fabian here. We'll probably see... Oh, even drew the other Palkia, so has the other Palkia in hand. So it's going to bench Palkia. If you bench Crobat, you may as well bench the other Palkia. So from Fabian, we're still probably looking at just punch the Mew VMAX. And you can set up the play from Fabian where you like punch both Mew VMAXs and then Greninja KO both of them the turn afterwards. So 3 attacks from now. Could still see like boss or double cross switcher plays from Fabian as well. So they do have a decent amount of options. And that draw was pretty good. The Melanie's in the hand as well, so this means you might not have to use your V-Star power, and you haven't played a supporter yet. Didn't start with the Melanie, though, so this makes you think Fabian is probably not going to go the Melanie route, and instead is going to probably commit to the using Star Portal this turn, which means we're not going to see the Greninja lineup, which makes me think Fabian's going to look for double cross switch or KO on a Genesect here. Because Fabian doesn't play like Leon or anything, so can't want to KO Mew VMAX later on. Has a path as well, so might just, to be honest, might just throw out the path there. That's possible. So use Drizzile, got the Evolution Incense. Here comes the V-Star power from, excuse me, Fabian. Where does this go, though? What is Fabian doing from here, though? I assume Fabian had a plan, but now they're playing like they don't got a plan. Oh, Fabian just smacked the active Mew. Okay. So this is... The reason this is so bad is it's super slow from Fabian. And this is like the longest route to win the game. Because this requires 4 attacks. Now Fabian is locked into a 4-attack game plan. Which is just slower than 3 attacks. So Fabian has locked themselves into a 4-attack game plan now. Wait, Fabian... Oh, wow. That's so weird from Fabian. Did Fabian really just go Drizzile for Evolution Incense and then V-Star power? Fabian didn't play a supporter, did they? Oh no, they did. They irritated for the Quick Ball for the Crobat and the V-Star. I was tripping there. I was like, well, they didn't play a supporter. They actually, Fabian didn't have that many options after all. Never mind. So actually, I think I would have liked to have seen. I think I would like to have seen Fabian do the play I was talking about, where Fabian sets up lone Palkia and swings, and just be like, okay, if you have double tablet here, you win. But I guess Fabian was trying to go for the cross switcher play, probably, and then whiffed it. So yeah, pretty bad spot for Fabian. I wouldn't hate to see Fabian concede here, to be honest. You do have the Hail Mary still, I guess, of Roxanne Path. That is still available to Fabian. But that is such a Hail Mary at this point, because Fabian like needs to... That's a lot. Because Fabian has to, like, make another Palkia. It is possible, though. Actually, it is possible. Yeah, I mean, if the Roxanne Path sticks, actually. Yeah, I guess maybe you don't have to concede, actually. But yeah, if Christian draws the boss, then Christian just kind of wins. But they might not draw the boss, actually. Maybe Fabian's not in that bad of a spot. Yeah, the Roxanne Path actually works out pretty well here. So Fabian needs to go send up Palkia, Roxanne Path, bench Palkia V. Next turn, Melanie attach, evolve, retreat, attack, knockout, boss, knockout, game over. So, yeah, maybe Fabian isn't as bad of a spot as I thought. Initially, like, I mean, it's bad. It's not good. Fabian doesn't want to be here, but... And already has the other Palkia V in hand. And yeah, so Fabian's going to have to pivot between Palkias here towards the end of this game. And also needs to find, like, the Roxanne. Oh, just has the Roxanne. So now just needs to find the path. There are 2... Drizzile's prize, though, still for Fabian. So that's going to lower their chances of being able to make this work. But actually, no, I don't hate this. I don't hate where this is going for Fabian. It still doesn't feel great because there's so many turns for Christian left to play the game. So this Roxanne Path has to stick for like 3 top decks. And Fabian also has to get the path, which they don't have yet. But actually, I don't hate it, to be honest. All right, guaranteed Path to the Peak in the hand because it's not priced. Because we got the Candy Shady Dealings. Actually, not going to Candy here though. You're probably going to go for Shady Dealings and get Path Net, I would assume. Yep. You could Candy it though. Nope, no Candy. Bucket Path. Okay. Does Fabian have a Net in hand? Because currently Fabian's hand doesn't have options, I don't think. I'm just going to assume Fabian has a Net in hand. Maybe he's comfortable without it. We'll see. Has the energy and the evolution incense for the next Palkia. So I guess maybe that's all Fabian needs anyways, to be honest. Might just be okay. Yep, here we go, swing. Yeah, I don't think it actually has like a Net or anything in hand. So I actually don't think Fabian has a ton of options next turn. All right, see if Christian actually top decks out of the Roxanne Path. Yeah, actually, Roxanne Path actually ends up being pretty fine here, to be honest. The way the game actually developed was actually fine. I was like a little bit more worried for Fabian. I was like almost feeling like Fabian should scoop, but to be honest, it actually didn't end up. It hasn't ended up being that bad. Oh my gosh! I was like, wait, can they do that? I was literally like, I don't think you could do that. Yeah, Fabian has six prize cards left. You can't Roxanne. Both players shuffled in. Yeah, if they can Roxanne, why can't I Roxanne? Actually, Christian had a pretty fine setup then, where you just like let Fabian KO one of the Mews and then you just play Roxanne. They both shuffled in. They both shuffled in, so this either ends with a double prize penalty for both players, or it's a broken game state on both players. So I could see it ending up as a double game loss. I'm actually curious. So we're just going to skip ahead and figure out what the ruling is. We're just going to go to the next game and we'll see what the ruling is. I could see it being double game loss and they just go to game 3, to be honest. It looks like Fabian was awarded the win. Okay, so it was a game loss to Christian. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that. I feel like it's kind of on both players to recognize, like, if Fabian hadn't shuffled, but because Fabian shuffled their hand into their deck as well. If only Christian had shuffled their hand in and Fabian was like, oh wait, no, you can't play that after they shuffled in, and like doesn't, but like Fabian also shuffled their hand into the deck. So Fabian thought Roxanne was, but I don't know. I guess maybe it is more on Christian. I'm not going to get too deep into the penalty. Let's leave it at is. All right, so Fabian wins game 1 on a technicality. Christian actually would have been in a pretty good spot, I feel like, if the game had continued. Actually, I want to see this full sequence here from Christian. Let's just see the whole thing here. I think Christian would have been in a fine spot, though. You just like let Fabian take a knockout, and then you Roxanne them back. And you're like, haha, me too. And then good chance to draw out of the path at that point, to be honest. All right. Mew, GTE, Genesect Mew. So pretty good so far. You can choose. I think Christian has a... No, this is fine here, I guess. What is the card, though? With the Lost Vacuum. Okay, so you're going to play the path, and then you're going to vacuum the tablet, and then draw with Genesect, I guess. Yeah, I think that's fine. You need to move these cards out of the hand. The most awkward thing here is the Path to the Peak, so... I think I do like this. I do like this line here from Christian. Got the Pokestop. That's fine. That's just a quick ball away. Go get another Genesect. Draw 3 more. Once again, with this build of Mew, you don't... Like, this is fine. Like, even if Christian just, like, passed from this point on, could still be fine next turn, because you don't need a whole ton. With this build of Mew is, like, so much less demanding than the Meloetta build of Mew. Like, turn to turn, it feels like. The Meloetta build of Mew always felt way more demanding. And, like, also the deck just felt clunkier, so... In comparison. All right, here we go again. Genesect for 3. And another Mew V. Don't necessarily want that, but you got... That might be boss. I actually don't know if that's boss or not. There's a Cramomatic. Yeah, it looks like boss to me. I wouldn't bench this Mew because there's no real reason to, and Fabian's probably not. Fabian does play a Marnie, but they're probably not going to Marnie you turn 1, because even if they have it, Fabian does not want to play Marnie as their initial supporter. All right, pretty good start from Fabian. Double Palkia, Sobble, pass. All right, pass. Doesn't need VIP pass, but also doesn't have much else going for him. Cram from Christian. Looks like a Tails. So going to be looking for Christian here. Oh, there we go. Already got it. Boss on the Palk. Genesect number 1. Looking for a tablet. Looking for a modifier of some kind. Some damage modifier. Choice belt. Oh, there we go. Pretty good. Quick ball away the... Ooh. Ball away something here. Yeah, why not? Give it to Oricorio. Get another Genesect. Oricorio not too strong in this matchup. It can make a difference, though, because you don't have Fusion Strike energy, and Fabian does play Quick Shooting. So Quick Shooting plus Choice Belt plus a full bench on both sides does one-hit KO Mew VMAX, if I'm doing my math correctly. Did I do my math correctly there? I think I did, right? Nice Ultra Ball lineup there. Ultra Ball get a double VIP pass. Love to see it. Get another Mew VMAX, evolve the active. Yeah, so that could get a little bit scary for Christian, especially because Fabian also plays the red candy, so you can kind of get the quick shooting in play out of nowhere. Last Genesect here for 3. And yeah, has the KO already. We'll see if Fabian actually draws anything to work with. If Fabian has anything to work with. Actually, no, Fabian does have Quick Ball in hand. Interesting then that Fabian didn't go get the Crobat on this first turn, instead waiting for the second turn to go get the Crobat. That's actually kind of curious. So just doesn't value the energy attachment or anything like that too highly, or like playing a draw supporter on this first turn. Or maybe has something else in the hand and is trying to avoid putting Crobat in play. I could see that being the reason as well. Fabian does play the Crobat though, right? Yeah. Has double Evolution Incense too. Is it double Evo Incense, double Quick Ball? Or is it double Incense? I think it's double Incense in a Quick Ball. You can get Bucket, Quick Ball away a Water Energy. Also, I guess you might just be able to avoid putting the Crobat in play entirely, actually, with this line here from Fabian. Yeah. So Drizzile for Irida for Bucket and Greninja. And then you got Quick Ball and an Evolution Incense to use after that. Definitely going to have to use Star Portal here, which means once again the Greninja play probably isn't going to be an option for Fabian. So Fabian's not going to be able to line up the quicker lineup play, and going to have to once again probably go through 2 Mew VMAXs. But we saw in the first game, well, we didn't really see in the first game that it worked out, to be honest. It's just kind of Christian played Roxanne when they can't. But it worked out in the fact that Fabian won the first game, I guess. Drew into the Palkia, so that's good. So you don't have to Quick Ball 4. Could get another Sobble potentially. Definitely going to probably play the Quick Ball this turn, because you do want to get another Water Energy in your discard pile. Let's see. Yeah. Quick Ball Water. Another Palk on the... Or another Sobble, I would assume, on the way. Could go for another Palk as well, but probably want to go with the Sobble. The value of going with a Palkia here is then you never have a Palkia V in play towards the end of the game as an easier 2-prize knockout for Christian. You potentially don't. Bucket for 1, but goes for the Crobat. So I guess trying to just draw a lot of cards this turn. I guess still maybe trying to keep open the possibility of the Cross Switcher play here from Fabian. But I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I'm interested. Has Boss, but can't play that. So yeah, going for the Crobat play. Yeah, stressing drawing a lot of cards, it seems like, early on here. Evo Incense. It doesn't look like what's it called a possibility here. So just going to go with probably a hit into the active Mew here. Choice Belt. Ooh, but this does set up... This Choice Belt does set up for the quick shooting play from Fabian on the next turn, which it looks like is what Fabian's trying to set up here. You get the Choice Belt here, you hit for 290 damage, and then you can quick shooting KO it next turn, so you do win in 3 attacks here as Fabian. You do that, and then you 2 KO the next Mew VMAX, or Chase Genesect, and you do win. So 290 here from Fabian, setting up for the quick shooting on the next turn. This does open up the possibility for Christian to go Psychic Leap KO on one of those Drizziles, but that would require a double tablet, which then makes it really hard to one-hit KO a Palkia for the rest of the game. But if you KO a Drizzile with the Crobat in play, you could go Psychic Leap KO Drizzile, KO Crobat, KO Drizzile, game over. So I wouldn't hate to see Christian take that route. That would buy Christian a lot of time to potentially deal with the inevitable Roxanne path. You'd have like extra time to deal with that, because if Christian just goes this route where they get more aggressive, then you're going to have less turns before Fabian wins to get out of the Roxanne path. So I wouldn't hate to see Christian go for the Psychic Leap play if it's available to them, to be honest here. Ultra Ball coming out. There's only one choice belt from Fabian here. I think the worst play Christian could make would be to go chase a 2-prize Pokemon off Fabian's bench, because then Fabian could actually win the game next turn. It's unlikely because it would involve double quick shooting, but Fabian could go quick shooting, net quick shooting. It would be quick shooting, net quick shooting. Oh, but they evolved to the VMAX, so Psychic Leap's not happening. Quick shooting, net quick shooting, echoing horn. Knockout, knockout is possible. I think unlikely, though, for sure. Maybe not that unlikely. Well, you wouldn't be able to have, you'd have 0 shady dealing access, so. I think unlikely, yeah. I think it's unlikely. Treat, sure. If they just hit the active Palkia here, I think the game actually might be over. Oh, they got the double tablet, so they have the KO. Oh, wait, barely used any Genesect. I think it's is that actually the second Genesect? That's insane. Okay. One hit KO on the active here. But here's where Fabian goes into the next Palkia and then hits him with the Roxanne path. And then even with the Crobat in play, Christian will still need to find a way to switch. Okay, Drizzile send up from Fabian. There's quick shooting. KO's the Mew. Oh, Roxanne is prized though. Oh no! Roxanne's actually prized from Fabian. I just realized that. It's in the last 3. Yeah, definitely not happy about that from Fabian. Huh. That definitely makes things interesting. Greninja's coming out. I can't win the game this turn as Fabian. So your goal was... did get Shady Dealings in Teleon. That's pretty good. The goal was to KO. So actually, with that knockout, though, Fabian could look for, like... yeah, it looks like they're going to go for... I was going to say, you can go for, like, Cross-Switcher Marnie Path. Actually, no, you probably don't want a Cross-Switcher. You want to leave this Mew in the active. So you want to go for Marnie Path, knock out the active. You could go for Cross-Switcher and KO a Genesect, but then you reset the Mew, so that if Christian just gets a boss, they win. So you probably just want to punch the active Mew and force them to need a little bit more. And I assume Fabian has a net in hand if they sent up the Inteleon the way they did. So I assume there's a net in hand here for Fabian. We'll see, though. I'm assuming. Oh, yeah. Both Roxanne are literally in the same spot for both people. For both players. Yeah, so it has to settle for Marnie Path. Less powerful Roxanne Path. And there's the Crobat in play here for Fabian. So if Christian draws out of this, like a Stadium, or even just gets Boss DTE, or double Cross-Switcher DTE, which is pretty ridiculous to draw under Path Marnie. More ridiculous to draw under Path Roxanne, though. And Fabian chose not to bench Manaphy there. Is there a Sobble left? I don't know. Well, I guess you might want to bench another Palkia V, actually, to be honest, as Fabian. So that way you could run between Palkias depending on what you draw. Whoa, that's a pretty good draw. Double Evolution, or double Cross-Switcher and Evolution Incense. Wait, and a Sobble. Did I? Double cross switcher, evolution instead quick ball sobble. Oh no, that makes sense. That's 5. I was like, is that 6 cards? All right, there's the swing from Fabian. Ridiculous draw off the Marnie. It could only ever get a little bit better than that. Pretty good though. Christian with the draw. Looks like a Rotom phone. I can't see the rest of the hand. But it's going to need more than Rotom phone to actually get out of this. If they have Rotom phone trekking shoes, that could lead to the... There's a Lost City. They got a trekking shoes in hand. Ooh, I see Ultra Ball, Tablet. I can't tell what that last card is. I assume it's not trekking shoes. They don't seem super enthusiastic about this Rotom phone. It is a cross switcher. So it looks like Marnie is going to do it here. And Fabian's going to walk away with that dub in round 8. You can't play that Ultra Ball. If you play the Ultra Ball, you're going to lose. Treat and pass. And yeah, Fabian gets it. Yeah, I mean, Marnie path, Roxanne path, doing his job. Even in this game, I was like, this one's still pretty close. But yeah, Fabian just played down to Roxanne path. Hit him with the Roxanne path. Got the huge hit for the 290 into the quick shooting. Pretty good. There we go. Double cross switcher on the Mew. Pretty good draw off the Roxanne as well, though, to be honest. That was a pretty good draw for sure. But yeah, Fabian gets the dub. Would have been curious to see how the series would have played out if Christian hadn't played Roxanne when they couldn't. But sometimes you make mistakes.